Hello everybody, Suzanne Connors Inc. with Donning Visions Hypnosis, here to ask you a question. Do you sometimes feel overwhelmed by all of the mental health conditions you never learned about? Do you ever feel incompetent because you just didn't know what you didn't know? I can tell you this. It can be really difficult to figure out what's going on with some patients because of their comorbidities. Sometimes because there's so much overlap between the different symptoms of the different diagnoses, especially now the DSM-5 and 5R, which to my mind are actually useless because they have a diagnosis for every normal emotional condition that a human being could ever experience, which is not helpful to anybody, frankly. How about you reframe the situation into one of being curious, learning what you need to learn. Hopefully you have a decent supervisor who can help you through this. And look at it as a learning opportunity. I found that one of my greatest assets, personally and professionally, is my endless curiosity. So look at the situation as one to be curious about, to learn about. And you're going to find that you're going to learn so much information that's going to help you with future patients who may have similar situations come down the line. Because there's no way you're going to learn everything that you need to learn in school. There's just no way. It takes time. That's why we call it being in practice. You learn through the practice how to do the work. Because different patients bring in different situations, and we need to learn how to work with these various situations. And it's not just about necessarily the diagnosing of the problem. It's also about temperaments and do they match your temperament, and how do you deal with people who are angry, and how do you deal with people who are really sad, and how do you deal with not taking on too much of your client's issues because really they're not your issues. So best to leave it with the client or the patient and be a rock so that they can actually be able to work through their problems with you. That's your job. Your job isn't to get upset, because I can tell you this. I've had several clients come to me because they didn't feel safe with their therapist because the therapist was not emotionally strong enough. It's a fact. So even though you might think that you're being empathetic, many patients don't see it that way. They see it as these therapists not being able to be trusted or being able to help them. You want to hold a safe space for them. You certainly do want to let them know that their feelings are validated, but that doesn't mean getting upset over the things I tell you. And if you are getting upset over the things that they're telling you, I'll tell you this. I offer hypnotism and neuro-linguistic programming sessions for folks who are still getting triggered by problems from their past. Because the reality of the situation is it's rather impossible to give help to people for being triggered by them. So my process helps people to let go of all that crap from the past and live into their future, and they become a lot stronger people as a result of it, and learning how to actually achieve their objectives of the work, which isn't just getting rid of the emotional traumas and situations that are triggering you. It's really about lifelong objectives, things that you really want to do with your life that maybe you haven't done yet for whatever reason, and living into those things. Because that's when we live a happy, fulfilled life, and not before. So if you're interested in learning more about my services, I'll leave my contact information in the description box below, and we can arrange a free consultation call, video call, and I'll tell you how the program works, and you can ask me any questions you have, and we'll see if it's a good fit. I'm not a fit for everybody, people. That I do know, because I do hold people accountable, and I'm not interested in whining and crying. What I am interested in is someone saying, you know what, I'm sick of being sick, I'm sick of being stuck, I'm sick of being triggered, I'm ready to move on with my life. And when that happens, then people find themselves being freed of this stuff from the past. It's reality, you know? So, again, I thank you all for taking your time to be with me. Until next time, bye-bye all.